Wore cut off blue jeans, not a drop of sunscreen. We drove trucks at 15, bought tires making hayfield ruts. A Chevy key in your right hand, punch a hole in a beer can. Acting tough and chewing red man, and you get your butt tore up. If mama ever heard you cuss, second base for far as you got. Feeling signs full of buckshot, at least the ones you didn't run through. There wasn't nothing else to do. Mama yelled supper, problems were fewer, lived for the summer. Wish I'd known I'd never get another. Yeah, that's just the way it was, way back where I grew up. Bare feet on a county road, stealing kisses on a turn road. It's been a minute, yeah, it's been a while, but I'd drive a million 2-lane miles to a town that's smaller. Gas was $1 when the days got hotter. You take a sip of that hose water. You take a sip of that hose water.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Last glass of a Boda Bob, she finished that one off. She looked at me, I thought, baby, I'll be right back. Ran down to the grocery store, yeah, to pick her up one more. Noticed right there by the door that firewood rack. Well, for a few more bucks, I could really improve my luck. About to heat this cold night up and get to making all kinds of love. I got this hickory bundle and this fancy box of wine. Done went through all kinds of trouble just to get home and find her passed out on the couch, buzzing like an old chainsaw. This ain't good. I've got wood and she's sawing logs. Well, I didn't know what to do. Cleared my throat a time or two. Stomped all around the room where she hardly made a move. I got more than my hopes up, but I guess that window shut. I got this hickory bundle and this fancy guess I'll get me a cold bush light, 'cause that's all I get tonight. I got this hickory bundle and this fancy box of wine. Done went through all kinds of trouble just to get home and find her passed out on the couch, buzzing like an old chainsaw. This ain't good now. I got wood and she's sawing logs. She's sawing logs. She's sawing logs.
Don't you be sawing logs now. We got 3 hours of the best in new country straight ahead. His name is Dylan Carmichael. He is the nephew of John Michael Montgomery and Eddie Montgomery of Montgomery Gentry. And before that, another great tune called Hose Water. The hose is froze and it shot an ice cube up my nose. That's how it is in the wintertime, ladies and gentlemen. We had to actually unhook the hose or things might break. Isn't that right? We've got one more from Dylan Carmichael in just a moment, but welcome to a Triple Play Thursday edition of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We are KICR Indie Country Radio. Add a .com to that, and we are live on our website right now, KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. I've got 8 free tickets for the grand opening this Saturday night of the Nashville Roadhouse Live at the Branson Star Theater to give away. If you come into my chat room and you're going to be in the Branson area this Saturday night, you can win you a couple of tickets. They have them reserved for us. Just tell them at the box office, you know, Today's Country with Tim Kelly and KICR Indie Country Radio, and grab yourself a couple of tickets. They've got 8 reserved for us, so we appreciate that, and it's going to be a fun time this week in Branson. We're going to have a fun time tonight on the radio, but I want to give a big shout out and thank you to all of the other radio stations that replay this program. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, Devil's Country Radio, RadioTheKing.be, they are also from Belgium, WVMIRadio.com, RealRadio.us, DownTheRoadRadio.com from Ireland, CountryMusicExpress.co.uk, they are in the UK. We are on Bourbon Trail Radio, CountryThunder.com.au from Australia, WFPNRadio.org. We are affiliated with BigRecords.world/radio. We are on Top Shelf Radio Texas and RadicalOnlineRadio.com. You can also find KICR Indie Country Radio on streaming services like Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. Good stuff on the radio that we call New Country's Best. Let's get the third one from Dylan Carmichael. It is called Hot Beer. I don't like that either in the winter or summer. On Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Girl, I knew it was a matter of time before you got dawned up, pulled into my drive and apologized 'cause the other night you went crazy. You said you're just here to collect your stuff. Now you're crying and you're talking about making up like you wanna come back. Let me think about that now, baby. Well, I'd rather drink a hot beer, build a fire in the pouring rain, burn all of my fishing gear, then set sail in a hurricane, or go hunting with an empty gun, 'cause then once in a lifetime dear, or work a Saturday just for fun, and come home and drink a hot beer. I'm sorry if it sounds kinda overboard, but you cheated and you lied.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Tattooed skin and a little bit of gin. Your green eyes got me feeling right, and your smile's got me hypnotized. Some say it's a dangerous game, but what a shame if I didn't play. If you play your cards, I'm all in if I'm yours tonight. Don't be a joker or play me for a fool. Come on, baby, show me your next move. I'll be the queen to your king since you asked me to. But don't for now, 'cause I'm taking a gamble on you. Down the lights, I got a seat to my left and it's yours tonight. Losing track of time, 'cause I can't seem to get you off my mind. Show me your lead, this ain't a game of luck, we both can see. My love ain't free, so how much you wanna bet on me? Don't be a joker or play me for a fool. Come on, baby, show me your next move. I'll be the queen to your king since you asked me to. But don't for now, 'cause I'm taking a gamble on you. Don't be a joker, play me for a fool. Come on, baby, show me your next move. Don't be a joker or play me for a fool. Come on, baby, show me your next move. I'll be the queen to your king since you asked me to. But don't for now, 'cause I'm taking a gamble on you. Taking a gamble. Taking a gamble.
Song number 2.
I still remember the night in July when you pulled me in close for a kiss goodbye. Had to turn and walk away so you didn't see the tears in my eyes. You left me questions in my heart, left me wondering why I fell so hard. Why'd you have to go so fast and go so far? Do you still think about me? Wonder about that space between us. Did I put the brakes on what could have been? Do you question what we should have been? Is it all the time or every now and then? Do you wanna take that 3-mile drive straight to my house in the back of your mind? Did you not think that interstate would change your plan? guess it's hard to hear a heartbreak 600 miles away. I still go down that road that goes down by your house to see if maybe he came back to town. But you're never there, it's just a dead end turn around. Do you still think about me? Wonder about that space between us. Did it put the brakes on what could have been? Do you question what we should have been? Is it all the time or every now and then? Do you wanna take that 3-mile drive straight to my house in the back of your mind? Did you not think that interstate would change the plans that we made? I guess it's hard to hear a heartbreak 600 miles away. About me, wondering about that space between us. It put the brakes on what could have been. Do you question what we should have been? Is it all the time or every now and then? Do you wanna take that 3-mile drive straight to my house in the back of your mind? Did you not think that interstate would change the plans that we had made? I guess it's hard to hear a heartbreak 600 miles away.
That is the title track of her latest EPK. It is called 600 Miles. She is an alumni artist of NBC's The Voice on Team Kelly Clarkson. My good friend Presley Tennant from Norco, California. Great tune called 600 Miles. And before that, another great song called Gamble on You. Well, thank you for taking a gamble on us. We hope you're loving New Country's Best just as much as we are loving playing it for you. We are just getting started. Got a couple of great radio interviews. First one at the bottom half of this first hour, Will Carter from the Will Carter Band will join us. And then in the bottom half of hour number 2, Miss Dusty Lee Houston will join us as well from Nashville, Tennessee. Going to be a great, great show tonight. And you'll get to hear the stories behind the songs and 3 songs in a row from every artist on the program. The third one from Presley Tennant is called God Forbid We Pray on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's Best.
It's hard to watch TV screens full of hate, full of me. These days, it's all you see. Young man, 21, mad as hell at everyone. Turns to a bottle of pills and a loaded gun, just like his daddy done. God forbid we pray. Bow our heads, hit our knees, and have some faith. Let's not do the one thing that takes away the pain. No, let's not say his name out loud except in vain. And as the devil smiles at our children while they play, God forbid we pray. Soldier son, husband, dad, he went to war and brought it back. And in his head he's still on the front line, trying to get a job and get by. God forbid we pray. Bow our heads, hit our knees, and have some faith. Let's not do the one thing that takes away the pain. No, let's not say his name out loud
You're listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Don't take much to know my place. With you riding shotgun in my Chevrolet, and I can tell by the look in your eyes what's on your mind. It's those days it deuce and that summer breeze. There ain't no place that I'd rather be than in the bed of this truck with you tonight. It's because of you I'm giving up all the Friday nights out there, just living on love. It's because of you that I finally found a place where I can hang my hat. No need to keep looking around. It's because of you. Sunday mornings at my place, she wakes me up with a kiss on my face. She can tell by the look in my eyes what's on my mind. If only you could see what I see. It's a perfect smile, hair a little messy, standing in my favorite t-shirt at the end of the bed. Because of you I'm giving up all the Friday nights out there, just living on love. It's because of you that I finally found a place where I can hang my hat. No need to keep looking around. It's because of you. Because of you I'm giving up all the Friday nights out there, just living on love. It's because of you that I finally found a place where I can hang my hat. No need to keep looking around. It's because of you. Because of you, it's because of
you. Song number 2.
We drive trucks around here. We made love, got a little drunk, and we broke up around here. And Friday nights around here, there's football games around here. And whether it's north side or you're from the south side, we all got pride around here. It's the way we were raised, yeah, back in them days. Well, life in a small town, word's gonna get around you. It's the way we were raised, yeah, back in them days. Life in a small town, word's gonna get around you. Around here. And we're blue collar around here, cashing checks at the holler around here. Whether it's concrete down at the foundry, we all work hard around here. There's fireman picnics out here. We Drink till we get sick round here. Broken in ball cap, a lap at the dirt track. That's how we live around here. It's the way we were raised. Yeah, back in them days. Well, life in a small town, where's gonna get around here? It's the way we were raised. Yeah, back in them days. Well, life in a small town, where's gonna get around here? Big city lights gonna try to change us, and social media try to shame us. Bush light on the front porch, how the hell can they blame us? It's the way we were raised. Yeah, back in them days. Well, life in a small town, where's gonna get around here? It's the way we were raised. Yeah, back in them days. Well, life in a small town, where's gonna get around here? Around here. Life in a small town.
His name is Anthony Nix. That is called Around Here. We've had a great radio interview with him around here in the past and look forward to doing another one. And I want to play him because I got a request to play him. Her name is Letha, so I'm going to send this out to Letha. This is his brand new one. It just came out today, and that's how quick we get him on the radio. It is called What If from Anthony Nix on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Been a few years since I've been home. A couple hours out, should I call your phone? I wonder if you're still waiting tables at a place I used to know. Last time I heard your voice, I said, boy, go on. Take the guitar to Nashville and play them songs. I heard a screen door slam and made a 10-hour drive home. What if I'd have held on a little longer? What if I'd have been just a little stronger? Maybe I wouldn't be here, wishing you were in my arms. What if I'd have known just what to say? Maybe you would still be here today. What if the what is more than a song about a broken heart? What if the what is? What if the what is? We're a brand new start. First out, 9 o'clock, roll into town. Dive bar, PBR, good look around. Saw that old 4x4 parked out front that you used to drive. 2 drinks in, no, it didn't take long. Brand new jukebox, same old song. Somehow I feel like I'm right where I belong. What if I'd have held on a little longer? What if I'd have been just a little stronger? Maybe I wouldn't be here, wishing you were in my arms. And what if I'd have known just what to say? Maybe you would still be here today. What if the what is more than a song about a broken heart? What if the what is? Oh, what if the what ifs? We're a brand new start. Oh, a brand new start. What if I'd have held on a little longer? What if I'd have been just a little stronger? Maybe I wouldn't be here, wishing you were in my arms. What if I'd have known just what to say? Well, maybe you would still be here today. What if the what is more than a song about a broken heart? What if the what is? Oh, what if the what is? What if the what ifs? We're a brand new start. A brand new start.
Brand new music from Anthony Nix. That is his latest single called What What If, and what if you go out and get that one and make his day? It just came out today. I was waiting on it, is how new that music is. I had to wait until it was fully released today. But Anthony Nix, great country music artist. Well, we've got another great country music artist with us tonight live for a radio interview. His name is Will Carter from the Will Carter Band from the great state of Texas. How are you tonight, my friend?
Man, I'm doing very, very well. It's cold here in Texas tonight, which I'm not, being in Texas, I don't get a whole lot of cold, and I typically like it that way, but I'm having to toughen up.
Yeah, I hear you, man. We got like 8 or 9 inches of snow a couple of nights ago in Branson. It melted off a little bit today, but it refroze last night. Going to be in the 20s again tonight, so be careful out there if you're in the melted area, because there's going to be some black ice out there on the sidewalks and stuff if you're not careful. But yeah, we're doing good here, trying to get through this wintertime thing, and things are starting to open back up in Branson. There's a grand opening Saturday night at the Nashville Roadhouse at the Branson Star Theater that I've got 8 tickets to. So if you guys come into my chat room right now and tell me you want tickets for Saturday's show, they've got 8 reserved for us, so we'll give you a couple of free ones. But you've been doing a lot of shows. I'm looking at your bio, and you've been putting on about 150 shows a year, so you're staying pretty busy.
We are, yeah. We slowed down, obviously, from about March of 2020 until October when things were well locked down. But then it took off after that. Everybody, and it was really great, actually, to see just that kind of pent up desire for live music. I mean, there was a lot of energy. People were aching to kind of get out of the house and get back out and see. Well, for one, just to get out of the house, but then second of all, getting to see live music again. So it was, man, we had record attendances for like that first probably year after things kind of started opening up, and so it's been exciting. It's been competitive now, just because everybody's kind of gotten their bands back together and are all a bit to play. But we've been staying real busy, playing everywhere from Nebraska to Texas, out west to California, and everywhere in between. So
absolutely. Well, you were telling me I don't think you've ever been to Branson, and it's on your bucket list, so we'll try to see if we can't make that happen.
Yeah, that would be great. I'd love to check out the theater there. Like we were chatting a little bit beforehand, and we've played in Cushing, Oklahoma on New Year's Eve with the Great Divide. It was kind of their homecoming gig. They had nationwide success, and then broke up for a little bit, and then they just got back together and put out a new album. So it was a sold-out night. We got to open up for them and had an absolute blast. And then this Saturday we're headed up to Fort Worth to go to do another show at the place called the ISIS Theater downtown of Fort Worth in the Stockyards. And I just love it, man. It's we play a ton of festivals and obviously dance halls and things like that, but these theater shows are great because the sound is controlled. Doing an outdoor festival, you got to worry about weather, you got to worry about the sound. I mean, so these rooms are typically acoustically preferable, and it's got seating for people that want to sit down. It's got some open space up next to the stage for the people that want to dance or stand up and that kind of thing. And usually a big stage and great green rooms, and they take care of us. So it's been an interesting. I don't know. It's just a different type of venues that we hadn't previously played, and now we're starting to play a lot of them. So it's kind of cool. That
is awesome. Well, they just fully remodeled the Nashville Roadhouse at the Branson Star Theater, so it is going to be awesome, and you're going to absolutely love it. Plus, it's right off of the 76 Strip, and I don't know if you know much about Branson, but it's a small town population-wise. A little over 10,000 people actually live here. But 8.5 million people come through every year as tourists, and they love the country music that Branson puts out. And, back in the day, Roy Clark had a theater here, Glenn Campbell, Mickey Gilley, when he was alive. His theater is still open, and they're putting on shows there. So there's more theater seats here in Branson than there are in Broadway in New York City.
Wow, that's awesome. We were talking earlier, my mom is a huge Branson fan, just grew up listening to what we call classic country now, with her father, and she's always kind of explained to me as Branson is the heart of the classic country world, and it's like I said, been on my bucket list for a long time to not only make my way up there, but also play a show.
All right. Well, I'll get you that information on how you can probably get into that theater. You're awesome, man. You are tearing it up in Texas. I see you've had several of your songs, over a dozen singles, get on the Texas music charts, and you've had 3 get on the Music Row charts out of Nashville, so that's awesome.
It is. It's fun. And so we're pushing our 14th single right now with the Had It All Wrong song, and it's we've actually done something a little bit different on this new album. We've got 3 albums out currently. The 4th one drops in March of this year, and in the past when I was kind of learning my way through this industry, I kind of followed the steps of what most of the other artists do today, where the artist will write the song and then pass that on to a producer that uses studio musicians, like session musicians and stuff, to build the tracks around them. And I'm very blessed. I have an amazing live band, and our live show is full of energy, and it's fully scripted and choreographed, and it's a very crowd engaging performance. But unlike a lot of bands, all of my guys are actually studio musicians as well. So it's been kind of a cool sort of just change in the way that we've been doing things. This last album, I brought the guys that I play with on stage every weekend into the studio, and so I still write the songs, but we get together and kind of feed off of each other and pick how we're going to play them. And what's great about that is when you go see a live show, you're hearing and seeing the same guys that are doing the exact same thing they did in the studio. So it's exactly what you hear on the record versus a lot of times when other bands use these session musicians, you can't really replicate that live because you can do stuff in the studio, layer lots of different guitar parts and this kind of thing. But it's been really cool to have what you hear on the record, what you hear on the radio is what you hear on the stage when you come see a show.
I've said that for years. That's, I think, why people go to concerts. They want to see how close that live performance sounds to what they hear on the radio. And most of the time, if it's a hit on the radio, they know all the words, and they're singing them out there in the audience to your songs. That's pretty cool, too, isn't it?
Man, that is the coolest part about this whole deal. I'll never forget the moment. I was on stage. It was actually in Fort Worth at Billy Bob's, Texas, huge dance hall. And we were playing a song. This was very, very early in my career. Just started writing and putting out original music. And there's a song called "Wrong Side of Town" that we got through. By the time we got to the second chorus, the crowd was singing. Had memorized the words or had learned the words, and was singing them back to me. And I will never forget the way that felt. That very first time seeing other people enjoying your music that you wrote, that you created, and literally singing it back to you at a live show. There's an original artist. There's no cooler feeling.
That is awesome. Let's go back and hear the story behind your music, though. Let's go back to when you were like age 3 in your bio that I'm looking at, and it says that's when music found you, and then you pick up your first guitar at age 10. You were born and raised in Texas, and you grew up on your family's farm, so you know about hard work, and making it in the world of country music is hard work. You mentioned all the competition out there and everything, so kind of tell us about that interest, and maybe was it something that you listened to on the radio that really inspired you, or what?
So it's actually a funny story, but my dad was 6'4", 250 pounds, big guy, and I'm the oldest of 4, so me being the firstborn, he was convinced that I was going to be a football player at some point. So he put me, as a lot of parents will do for their kids if they are trying to get them into sports and get them a scholarship or whatever. It put me into tap, jazz, ballet, and gymnastics at the age of 3. To learn agility and balance while you're developing. And being in that scene, and I was 3 years old, I don't remember why, but for some reason, I was chosen to sing the national anthem and the Grand Old Flag to kick off this the Sealy Fantasy of Lights Festival. It's a big annual downtown festival. And so as being part of the studio that I was with, I got chosen to do that. I still remember sitting there with my mom when I'm a kid, and she teaching me the words of the song, and then I remember getting up there and performing, and it just kind of stuck. And I've always, ever since then, just been the music one in my family. And it's crazy because my mom's side of the family, some of my cousins and things, they do play music, but my dad couldn't carry a tune in a bucket, and my mom was not a musician or anything like that. But that was just kind of always. And then, of course, as I got older, picked up the guitar, and I learned that, you're going to go hang out with friends, you go to a party or something like that, you need some accompaniment, right? So I learned to play guitar.
Now were you self-taught on the guitar, or did you take guitar lessons?
I took guitar lessons for about a month or 2, and I couldn't play one song, and so I never really. I quit doing lessons, and I just hung out with other friends of mine that played music, and that's so I say self-taught or friend-taught, however you want to say it, but just being around other musicians that were better than me is how I got better and better, and even to this day, the band's super talented. I got hired right out of high school by a dance hall band from Texas that's been around since the late 70s, and all those guys were, top-notch players, and I was right out of high school, 18, and had never even been in a band before. I was in way over my head, but being around such great talent, you either sink or swim, right? So you get much better, much faster than if you don't have that pressure, right? So it's just been essentially self-taught, I say, but really just being around other talented individuals and picking up things from them, and having to hold my own or compete against them.
Man, that's an amazing story, and that is something for young people that are considering getting into music or anything to take something from. Is if you're hanging around the right people, good things will happen. So if you're even hanging around people that or can play instruments better than you, just like you said, that they will mentor you, hopefully, and be able to teach you something. And it sounds like you learned, because from what I'm hearing in your music, you sound great.
Well, thank you. Yeah. You never learn anything being the smartest person in the room. That's the way I say it. They also say that you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most, so choose your friends wisely.
Yep, absolutely. I love that. This video to this song had a video to it. We're going to play it here in a minute. It's called Had It All Wrong, but that's how I found you. It popped up on my YouTube feed, and I was telling you off the air that several years ago, I got to thinking about starting a TV channel similar to what CMT does, but for the independent artists. So I started ICTV, which stands for Indie Country Television, and I found your video to this song that we're going to play on the radio. And when I played the song and heard the video portion, I thought, well, this song's great to put on the radio. So I started looking you up and grabbing some more music. And then I reached out to you, and your promoter started talking to me back and forth. And she set up this interview tonight. So a big shout out to Jennifer. We appreciate that. And so Had It All Wrong. Tell us the story behind it. It's your brand new single.
It is. So I had done the music, I got my first song out on Texas radio back in 2016. And like I said, I was, kind of learning how to navigate the industry and was kind of following suit. And I used, I used different studios, different producers that had session musicians and that kind of thing. And with this album and with this song, it's when I kind of decided to rebrand the whole thing and use my band in the studio and really use that song not only if you listen to my previous albums and this one, you'll hear a very distinct difference because it's raw, it's real, it's actually us in the studio press and play or press and record and doing what we do live and capturing that. And it's when you play with a band and you play all the time, together, you kind of know what each other is going to do before you do it. You get in sync like that. And it's hard to capture that, I feel, when you use session musicians, because these guys are phenomenal. They're talented and they crank out songs and hits every day, but they don't play together as a group. A band is almost like a family. And so with this album, we've gone back to that, which is kind of the old school way, where bands got together and pressed record in the studio and they all played their parts. It just doesn't really happen that way anymore in this world. So it was it's been really exciting for us. Plus it's great for the group because whenever we listen to the album, it's that's us. It's not how some of the other artists or groups are, where their live band is essentially learning something that a studio musician wrote, right? So this actually puts a lot of interest, keeps everybody involved and everybody excited about it.
I love that. And there's a lot of work to putting a band together and keeping a band together. And since you are a band, I want you to give a big shout out to all the guys that are in your band, because I was telling you the other night, last Tuesday night, I believe, I interviewed another band from down there in Katy, Texas, brand new, called Chase the Night. And we had them together on a conference call. They all wanted to be a part of this interview. Now, we didn't get to do that tonight with your band, but we sure want to recognize them. So tell us who's all in your band.
Absolutely. So Bino is our fiddle player. If you're going to play in Texas, you got to have a fiddle in the band.
Right.
That's for sure. Bobby Tapia plays bass for me. He's been with me for 10 years now. So he's almost like definitely like my brother. He's been with me for 3 bands in a row. Jacob Lee is our drummer. And Dylan Dostal is our guitar player, phenomenally talented. He started out with Sam Riggs originally, and then has now joined the dark side. Right, he's on it now.
All right, and another big shout out is to the recording studio that you used to make songs like "Had It All Wrong." Did you go to Nashville or somewhere down there in Texas, maybe?
Edgewater Studios, just in Richmond, Texas, just a little bit south of Katy, where I'm from.
Awesome. And I've said that before on the radio. You don't have to go to Nashville. A lot of folks do, but you can put out good country music in a professional environment and with great musicians around you, good things happen. Well, let's play Had It All Wrong for the folks right now and let them hear the latest single. It's called Had It All Wrong with the Will Carter Band. Today's country, KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country.
Trying to make wrong feel so right. Hiding behind these walls of pride. Something's gotta give, but it ain't gonna be tonight. Holding on, knowing nothing's right. I've been up, I've been down, drove myself out of this town, chased her rose till the sun came up. Met a man with no name with something to say. He said a whole lot, but he didn't say much. Now I'm staring down these headlights, wondering how he changed my life. I guess I had it all wrong. Making simple be so easy. It's more than just a peaceful feeling. Simple as it seems, you can't slow life if you try. And don't go chasing signs. I've been up, I've been down, drove myself out of this town, chased her rose till the sun came up. Met a man with no name with something to say. He said a whole lot, but he didn't say much. Now I'm staring down these headlights, wondering how it changed my life. I guess I had it all wrong. Pieces fit all along. I've been up, I've been down, drove myself out of this town, chased her on till the sun came up. Met a man with no name with something to say. He said a whole lot, but he didn't say much. Now I'm staring down these headlights, I'm watching as he changed my life. I guess I had it all wrong. I guess I had it all wrong.
His name is Will Carter from the Will Carter Band. That is his latest single. It is called Had It All Wrong, and you can check out the video to it also on our TV channel, ICTV, Indie Country Television. And join our Facebook group, ICTV or Indie Country Television. Go over there and give that a like. And we also have fans of Indie Country Television. That's the group you can join. So that way you'll be able to see all of those videos. If you want to binge watch all weekend or something like that, we sure would appreciate it. And so would the artist. Gives them lots of views on YouTube. Well, great song, man. Absolutely. You nailed that one. And did you write that one?
Yes, sir, I did. I wrote that one with a good friend of mine named Jude Dillon. He's out of Dallas, Texas.
Okay. Man, that's some talent. I talk about this all the time in the program about songwriting. That's a talent I don't have. I could do parody stuff to already made songs, but to write from scratch, like Taylor Swift did years ago, pull out a napkin, write a song in just a couple of minutes, or sometimes you guys think about different songs and have them what I call in the can. Songs that are on hold for a while, and then you just decide one day it's time to record it. And some artists have hundreds and hundreds of them. That is just some real talent in songwriting.
Yeah, I call it the digital hook book. Now I've got
oh, nice.
a notes file on my iPhone that syncs with my iPad and whatnot. Because you never know when inspiration is going to hit you, right? You might be in a grocery store, driving down the road, whatever. Somebody says something, that kind of thing. And if you can think all you want that, I'll remember that later, you won't. So
yeah, exactly. At my age, that's not happening either.
Yeah. Well, I can attest. It's any age. I have to write it down, and then I usually will put a couple notes next to it as far as kind of a vibe that I'm feeling, or explain the hook a little bit. But the biggest thing is just getting that hook written down and stored. And then for me, I like to schedule. Like I'll go, okay, Saturday from noon to 4, I'm gonna block that time out and pick my favorite 2 hooks, whatever I'm feeling that day, and then develop them. And
nice.
What my process for it.
That is awesome. Yeah, make time for songwriting, your passion. I've saw somebody post this the other day, and I firmly believe this. You work 40 hours a week for somebody else. Work 2 hours a day for yourself. If you've got something you're passionate about and you want to live this dream, and that's what I do in this radio station. I'm on the air for 3 hours. I love doing that. There's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes in programming both radio and television, so I do a lot more than that of just the 3 hours live radio. But that's what I love to do, and it lets me meet folks like you through the airwaves and hear this great music and put it out to the world, and that's my passion, and I love doing it. So.
Well, if you do what you love, you'll never work another day in your life.
Exactly. This is absolutely all about fun on these nights on radio. You've opened for some great people that we know very well. We have played Cody Johnson many times in the state of Texas when he was an independent. Still the first artist to ever sell out NRG Stadium as an independent down there in Houston. Randy Rogers with the Randy Rogers Band, Bart Crow, Jack Ingram. I'm looking at Larry Gatlin. Josh Ward, we met him a few years ago in Springfield, Missouri. Super nice guy from the state of Texas. Play him all the time on the radio. So let me ask you this question, and you didn't know I was going to ask you this. What is Will Carter's dream gig? Either an artist that you would like to open for or perform a duet with, maybe on stage. Who might be some names that we might know?
Wade Bowen. I don't know if you know him. He's a Texas country artist.
I do.
All right. Wade is my boy. I have been, my whole team knows this, management, booking, radio, they all know that is my goal. I've been a huge Wade Bowen fan since a long time ago when I was in college, and he was really, really just kind of getting popular, and he came out with that Who I Am song, and it sort of took off, and I've watched him grow and grow and grow, and he's done some amazing things, and he just continues to put out great music. His live show is awesome. And I've been very close. I did get an opportunity I did get a call and an opportunity to open for him about 6 months ago, and it happened to be on a night that we were already booked.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't mean it, but I did ask my manager, I'm like, you sure we can't get out of this gig? I really want to. He goes, no, we can't do that. But he goes, I know how important that is to you. We will make it happen. So I'm just sitting here patiently or impatiently, however you want to say it, waiting for that opportunity. But I think it's close.
Yep, I have heard the name and I knew of him, but I didn't really know him. And so here a while back, and I've been currently finding a lot of artists on this cool little app called TikTok. You've probably heard of it. So Wade Bowen's on there not too long ago, and scrolling through my TikTok feed, he posts his new song, and it's called Phones Don't Work, and I have that song. I don't have 3 from him, so I can't play him tonight, but yeah, that's a really neat song, and I thought, wow, I know he's got a pretty good history in the world of country music. He's been doing it for a while, so I'd love to have him on and do an interview with him, too. He's great.
He's such a cool guy, too, just laid back and very down to earth, and that's important to me, man. I grew up on a small town with nothing. I mean, when you think poor, we were that or more, and
yeah.
And I see in the music industry a lot of, I've been on the bill with some some bigger Nashville names and things like that. And you know, Randy Rogers is huge, and when we opened for him, his team, his production team, his stage manager, I mean, they basically rolled out the red carpet. They treated us, you know, like equals, and were very kind. Obviously, Cody and Josh, those guys are all friends of mine, and they're super cool and down to earth. But you know, you hear some stories about other artists that kind of get a big head, and I don't feel like there's any room for that, you know. And I don't. I'm constantly talking to my guys, you know, as we have more and more success. It's like, you know, we all started playing cover shows in a bar somewhere, probably. Don't forget that. You know what I mean? It's important to stay grounded and remember where you came from and be real and be kind to everyone.
Yep. You know, and Josh Ward in particular, when we went and seen him one night, my favorite song of his is a song called Together, and he said it never made it to radio, and I don't know why, you know, and I'm like, shame on radio for not playing that song. It's one of his best efforts, and I love a great ballad in the world of country music too, so but yeah, he's fantastic, and you are in some good company, and I love what you just said about not getting a big head and you know, staying humble and don't forget where your roots are, where you came from. You got a great story, man, and that's the way this radio station operates. It's not about me, it's about the music and the artist. I give you this 30 minutes of time to tell your story, and that's why I love doing these interviews. I love hearing the stories behind the songs, and that's what we call it. So thanks for that story. It's great.
Well, thank you, because it's without you and people like you, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So
well, we appreciate it. We hopefully will see you in Branson one of these days. I'm going to text you how you can send some stuff over to the Nashville Nashville Roadhouse at the Branson Star Theater is what it's called, and see if we can't make a bucket list dream come true and see you here in Branson. So we'll do that for you here in a little bit. But I also want to ask where folks can find you on social media if they want to purchase some of your music and go follow you on Instagram and Twitter. I see you got a bunch of social media down at the bottom there.
Yeah, we've tried to make it easy, and we got very, very lucky that all of our social media was able to match. That's tough to do these days, but if you can remember Will Carter Band, that's everything. The website, all the socials, they're all the same at Will Carter Band.
Will Carter Band. Man, you fantastic, and man, I sure hope we do see you in Branson, and congratulations on what you've already got going on, and I'm sure you're pretty booked up for this year, but we'll see if we can't slide in a slot or two for you to come play here. We'd love to meet you in person.
That would be awesome. We'd love to come see you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for a great radio interview tonight, and it won't be our last. If you want to come back in a couple of months and something comes out in the spring that you want to talk about, a new single or something, hit us up again. Love to have you back.
Absolutely. We'll make it happen.
One more thing. Tell us about this next song I'm going to play called You Feel Like Home.
So I got married. It'll be 2 years ago in April of this year. And you know, I'd been in relationships prior to that, and they didn't ultimately work out for one reason or another. And then when I met my wife, you know, they always say that, you know, when you know, and that kind of thing. And just didn't really know how to relate to that because I hadn't experienced it. But I've come to believe that when you do find the one that you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with, that you do just kind of know. It just kind of it just feels natural and feels like home. And that was the inspiration behind that hook, and that song actually ended up being our first top 10 on Texas Country Radio, charting at number 8.
I love it, man. That's a great story behind that song as well. You're fantastic, man. Keep doing your thing, and we'll talk again real soon. Will Carter from the Will Carter Band, You Feel Like Home on KICR Indie Country Radio's Triple Play Thursday.
I was looking for love in all the places you're not, chasing after a feeling till I almost forgot. You were right there with me, almost missed the exit where I get off. You feel like home. You feel like home to me. It's all I want, and all I'll ever need is wrapped in my arms, letting me know I'm right where I belong. You feel like home. Oh, 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 you feel like home. changed when I met you, baby. All I ever needed, you completed, missing puzzle piece. And the second I'm without you may as well be on the street. You feel like home. You feel like home to me. It's all I want. And all I'll ever need is wrapped in my arms, letting me know I'm right where I belong. You feel like home. Oh, 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 you feel like home. The only one I'll ever want is you. You're the key to every dream that unlocks all my truth. You feel like home. You feel like home to me. It's all I want. And all I'll ever need is wrapped in my arms, letting me know I'm right where I belong. You feel like home. You feel like home to me. It's all I want. And all I'll ever need is wrapped in my arms, letting me know I'm right where I belong. You feel like home. Oh, 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 you feel like home. Oh, oh, you feel like home.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Come lay your head down and get some sleep. I promise when you wake up, you got all that you need. I'll be right here, baby, lean on me. I know you've been hurt, but you can finally breathe. I'll be the strongest arms that you ever felt in. We can change the world, baby, there's no telling. Don't worry about nothing, you gotta know I love you so deep. It makes the ocean jealous. When the trouble of your world keeps on getting you down, there won't ever be a moment I won't be around. You try, but you don't have to hide your scars. You don't know it, but I tell you they're your prettiest part. I'll be the strongest arms that you ever felt in. We can change the world, baby, there's no telling. Don't worry about nothing, you gotta know I love you so deep. It makes the ocean jealous. It makes the ocean jealous. Believe me, baby, no, I don't embellish. I love you so deep. I'll be the strongest arms that you ever felt in. We can change the world, baby, there's no telling. Don't worry about nothing, you gotta know I love you so deep. It makes the ocean jealous. So deep, it makes the ocean jealous.
There you go. His name is Will Carter with the Will Carter Band. That is called Ocean, and that is the third song in his triple play. We just wrapped up a great radio interview and just wrapped up talking on the phone and texting back and forth, too. So we're having a good time tonight on this triple play Thursday. Welcome to hour number 2 of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. KICR IndieCountryRadio.com is our website. We are live on the air right now, and I've been looking at the chat room. I haven't seen anybody from the Branson area pop in here, but if you do and you can make it to this Saturday night show at the Branson Star Theater and see the Nashville Roadhouse Live show, we've got some tickets for you. We've got 8 reserved. All you got to do is stop by the theater, tell them you listen to KICR Indie Country Radio or that Today's Country with Tim Kelly show, and they will hand you a couple of free tickets. So it's going to be a great show. It's Grammy nominated Stevie Lee Wood this year, so that's a big deal, and the Grammys are coming up in just a week or so. Well, we talked about this next artist in our interview tonight. We got to meet him a few years ago in Springfield, Missouri, just north of Branson. He is from Montgomery, Texas, and I love playing this song. He said it never made it to country radio. I don't know what they are thinking. His name is Josh Ward. The song is called Together, and it is great to be together with you tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio's Triple Play Thursday.
There's a lot about me that you don't know. There's a whole lot of things that I don't show. But you can tell when something's weighing on my mind. You always find a way to make things right. Oh, but girl, you got me pouring my heart out tonight. You're the rocks around my arms, around my true north when I'm headed south. A lighthouse in my darkest harbor. When I think it couldn't get any harder, you calm the seas when the waves get rough. I'm sinking down, you lift me up. You give me shelter in the stormy weather. Even when I'm holding you, you're holding me together. You understand it's just a part of me being a man. Oh, but girl, you got me pouring my heart out tonight. You're the rocks around my arms, around my true north when I'm headed south. A lighthouse in my darkest harbor. When I think it couldn't get any harder, you calm the seas when the waves get rough. I'm sinking down, you lift me up. You give me shelter in the stormy weather. Even when I'm holding you, you're holding me together. Around my arms, around my true north when I'm headed south. A lighthouse in my darkest harbor. When I think it couldn't get any harder, you calm the seas when the waves get rough. I'm sinking down, you lift me up. Give me shelter in the stormy weather. Even when I'm holding you, you're holding me
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
That's a once-in-a-lifetime sky shining down on us tonight, ain't it, baby? Got a moon that makes two kids get together like we did, ain't it, baby? The song on the radio ain't the same, but it still feels so damn right. When you're lying in my arms, stealing my heart, the way you did that first time is kind of crazy. Ain't it, baby? Ain't it, baby? It's a kiss on a night like this. Yeah, that's just about as good as it gets, ain't it, baby? It's a feeling like we can take this ride as far as we want to take it, ain't it, baby? The song on the radio ain't the same, but it still feels so damn right. When you're lying in my arms, stealing my heart, the way you did that first time is kind of crazy. Ain't it, baby? Girl, this must be love we're making, 'cause it's always so amazing, ain't it, baby? The song on the radio ain't the same, but it still feels so damn right. When you're lying in my arms, stealing my heart, the way you did that first time, it's kind of crazy. Ain't it, baby? Ain't it, baby? Ain't it, baby? Ain't it, baby?
This radio station's pretty good, ain't it, baby? That is Josh Ward from Montgomery, Texas. Good friend of ours, and boy, I love seeing him in a live show. If you're anywhere in the state of Texas or traveling around the country with Josh Ward, whenever he comes to your town, be sure to go look at him up. He is fantastic. Go see him in a live show. The third song in the triple play is a great ballad called Whiskey and Whitley on KICR Indie Country Radio's Triple Play Thursday.
That girl burned me about as fast as I'm burning these Winstons. She took my reason for living and then some. Everyone tells me I'm gonna be fine. This heart just give it time. They mean well, but they don't know the hell I'm going through. It's gonna take whiskey and Whitney to get me over, since I'm no stranger to the rain. Guess we'll start with that one first. I'm gonna hold up somewhere, crawl in a fifth with that worn out CD of his greatest hits. It's gonna take whiskey and Whitley to get me over her. A double shot of Tennessee courage helps me not to remember that I ain't shaved in 3 days. I ain't been going round no mirrors. I wished I could sing along with I'm over you, but that's a far cry from the truth. To my Kentucky bluebird, does a Birmingham turn around? It's gonna take whiskey and Whitley to get me over her, since I'm no stranger to the rain. Guess I'll start with that one first. I'm gonna hold up somewhere, crawl in a fifth with a worn out CD of his greatest hits. It's gonna take whiskey and Whitley to get me over her. It's gonna take whiskey and Whitley to get me over her. It's gonna take whiskey and Whitley to get me over her.
Hey y'all, it's May Estes, and you're listening to Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Got a counter full of long stems that never seem to die. My favorite's the pale pink, but I'll settle for white. Lucky me, I'm drowning in Valentine's. At least once a week, you got a dozen in hand, doing what you think makes you a good man. And I'll flash that fake smile once again. There's one for sneaking in too late at night, one for when sorry wouldn't make it right. A ribbon tied around your mistakes in a pretty vase, and we both know it, but we'll just call them roses. Roses.
number 2.
It'll have to have a stake so deep that I can't pull it out of the ground. And it'll have to have a chain real tight to make sure I'm tied down. None of that. If you love it, set it free. 'Cause baby, if you let go of me, there ain't no guarantees I'm sticking around. I made a run, I'm gonna perpetual owner. I'll run when it's looking real. I'll give you a run for your money, 'cause this hard honey is one you're gonna have to steal. You gotta make me run out of reasons, 'cause boy, I always lean toward the leaving. Give me something to run to instead of from, 'cause I made a run. I'll admit there's been a time or two my feet got a little tired. And if I said I wasn't thinking twice, then you could call me a liar. Well, look at me, standing outside your door. I've never slowed down like this before. Better catch me quick before I catch on fire. I made a run, I'm gonna perpetual owner. I run when it's looking real. I'll give you a run for your money, 'cause this hard honey is one you're gonna have to steal. You gotta make me run out of reasons, 'cause boy, I always lean toward the leaving. Give me something to run to instead of from, 'cause I made a run. I made a run. Ooh, yeah. It'll have to have a stake so deep that I can't pull it out of the ground. I made a run, I'm gonna perpetual owner. I run when it's looking real. And I'll give you a run for your money, 'cause this hard honey is one you're gonna have to steal. You gotta make me run out of reasons, 'cause boy, I always lean toward the leaving. Give me something to run to instead of from, 'cause I made a run. I made a run. Oh, I made a run. Yeah. Ooh, I made a run.
That is a brand new single from May Estes, my good friend from Hope, Arkansas. It is called Run. Run out and get yourself that one. It is fantastic. Before that, the first song I ever heard from her, called Roses. Found that young lady on TikTok. Now she's well into 300,000 followers, I do believe. And she does these cool things on Monday called Mayday Mondays and TikTok Lives. And she plays original music of her own, and she does some great cover songs as well. The third song in the triple play for May Estes is called Your Hands. Run out and get your hands on her music on KICR Indie Country Radio's Triple Play Thursday.
I've seen your hands grease stained, turn a wrench, swing a hammer, take apart a V8, put it back together and never miss a move. They just know what to do. And I've seen your hands 10 and 2 headed east on 40, hometown in the rear view. You left for me, letting go of everything so I could chase a dream. Steady and true and strong, and right where I belong. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my old guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life, wearing that band got me up all over, running through my hair and pulling me closer like nobody else. You know me better than I know myself. You pick me up when I can't stand, like my mama prayed for, kind of man. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my own guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life. Wearing that band, I hope your hands always holding mine. When we got the whole world in the palm of it, when the going gets tough, ain't letting go of it. Yeah, we'll make the most of it. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door, my own guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life. Wearing that band, I hope your hands always holding mine. Holding mine.
Once again, her name is May Estes, my good friend from Hope, Arkansas. That is called Your Hands, and her brand new single debuted right here tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio called Run, so run out there and get it. It is currently available. Well, this next artist with us is a good friend of mine. I believe it's our second radio interview. Won't be our last, though, I know for a fact. Her name is Dusty Lee Houston. How are you tonight?
Hey, Tim, I'm great. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Thanks for coming on the program. We sure do appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Always a pleasure.
Absolutely. Well, same here to playing your music. It is always a pleasure to play you on the radio.
Thank you. I love hearing that.
Yeah. Hey, I hear and see, and you probably do too, through the years, a lot of talk about female country artists not getting enough radio airtime. Not true here. You get three plays in a row on Triple Play Thursday tonight. So.
Oh, that's great.
We'll take care of that. You're an Idaho native, and you were named after a guy that was a member of ZZ Top, and I wrote that down. He currently passed away, I think, in 2021. Dusty Hill, is that right? Is that who you were named after?
Yep, that is correct. Yeah, ZZ Top was one of my mom's favorite bands, she names me after Dusty Hill, and I love that. It's kind of been my little side trick that I tell people, my little secret.
Yeah, I didn't know it until I read your bio again, so I'd either forgot about it or it maybe wasn't on there the last time we interviewed, but yeah, that's a cool deal.
I'm definitely proud of that. I've seen them in concert a few times, and just cool guys, so that I love that band, so something I'm kind of proud of.
That is awesome. Well, it says you grew up with humble beginnings, but you're in a family where music was an endless flow of country greats, the rock gods of the 70s and 80s, and you got ones like Dolly Parton, Don Williams, KT Osland, Bob Seger, Reba, Tina Turner, Pat Benatar. Now, I started when I started in radio, it was 80s music for me, and that was Pat Benatar was in there, I think, and Chicago, REO Speedwagon, Journey, Michael Jackson, Madonna. I mean, that was quite a decade for music generally, just music in general. But then along came this 90s country, and that's what kind of made me change over to country radio. I don't know if it was kind of that way for you.
You know, I feel like growing up, both my parents had this eclectic array of music and taste. And I mean, again, I went from, you know, my mom would listen to all the 70s rock, and my dad would listen to the you know, different various country and back and forth. So, I mean, I listened to Frank Sinatra and, you know, all sorts of stuff. And I love that music provides that platform, whether it's, you know, I definitely don't stick to one genre. I kind of listen to a little bit of everything. And I definitely think that 90s country is where it's at, though. I love 90s country. So it's just that feel good music. I love it.
Yep.
I call it Sunday porch sitting music.
Absolutely. I'm already seeing comments blowing up in my live chat room we got going on here, and one of them is about a song that you wrote about your father called 99 Halos. I played it this week already on my Tuesday show. I believe I did a 2 for Tuesday one, and it's still our fan favorite around here. But your new song's great too, and a girl anthem song, "The Hell I Won't." So we'll talk about that here in a minute. But yeah, tell us about the emotion and the passion that goes into writing such a personal song about a loved one like your dad.
The 99 Halos was a majority of that song was actually written by one of my best dear friends, Dave Nudo. I've struggled with songwriting. I don't play an instrument besides the tambourine, and you can't really write a song to a tambourine. So I have all these ideas, and it's hard to kind of get them out on paper and put them to a tune. So my friend Dave, we were talking. He actually never got to meet my dad. Him and I met after my dad had passed away, and for me, songwriting and music it's what moves your soul. It's what you listen to when you're happy. It's what you listen to when you're sad. It's what gets you through wherever that moment may be. And I feel like writing those songs that stick out to you, that are lasting, are based on emotion. And so after my dad passed away, I wanted to write something kind of in his honor that would just mean something that anybody could connect to. So one night, Dave came down and him and I and my husband, we shared a bottle of whiskey, and I kind of poured my heart out and kind of gave Dave the scoop about, my dad being the greatest thing I ever lucked into. And he kind of wrote 99 Halos. I added some pieces here and there. And I know that was probably my first song that I had quite a bit to do with, but it just holds that special meaning. And I will say I used to sing it in some of my live shows. It was really hard to get through, especially when my bestie's in the audience and she's sobbing her eyes out. So I used to sing it pretty much with my eyes closed. And then when we moved to Tennessee, I hadn't put it in the set list, but we recently have started to work on it again. It's just one of those songs that it means a lot to me. And every time I do it with an audience, or actually, some of the times when I played it live, people are like, "Oh, are you going to sing 99 Halos?" And I'm like, it's always humbling for me that people have gravitated towards that song and they love it. So I'll be forever grateful for that.
Of all of the songs that you and your husband Wade have sent over, it's one of your best vocal performances that you did, and I know when you go into the studio, you probably really got to choke it back if you're, emotional in any way about it, because you're recording this thing to be played over and over and over again. But it was a phenomenal vocal performance and makes you stand out as an artist above, a lot of others in the industry, women that we talked about, struggling for radio airplay. When you put a song out like that, it's a given that that's going to get played.
Thank you. When I recorded that song, I recorded it in Idaho with Steve Fulton and his radio station there. And Dave came down, and I did that song in one take. That note at the end, I did it in one take.
There you go.
When I got done, it was quiet, and I kind of like peeked out the little curtain, and Steve was just looking at me, and Dave was looking at me, and Wade was looking at me, and there was a few radio edit words that they said to let me know that was a good one. That was a good take, and that was it. Rest is history. So
awesome.
That was my one take wonder, I call it.
we don't want to lose our liquor license here at the station either. So that's good stuff. I love it. Now I did tag Dave Nudo in this interview tonight, so hopefully he's listening in. And another good buddy of ours from Idaho, Mr. Tony Olson with the Tony Olson Project.
Oh, yeah.
He pitches me a lot of good music too, and he's a very talented songwriter and collaborates with a lot of great people, you included. So it's just been a good relationship over these last few years that we've all kind of gotten to know each other. I've interviewed Dave a couple of times on the radio, and Tony as well. So they're just great guys.
Yeah, Tony's wonderful. I actually cut one of his Christmas songs last year, and so Dave and I did it as a duet. So, Tony's amazing. I lived not far from Tony in Kuna right before I moved. So.
Wow. Now, I did not know this, and I read this in your bio tonight, getting ready for the interview. And I love a great ballad in the world of country music, and you make some great ones, my friend. And but this particular one was written about your daughter, called "Behind the Whiskey." That I didn't know that was written about your daughter. Tell us about that. And you said you had to have a bottle of whiskey to start on 99 Halos too. So.
Yeah. Well, actually, so the song that was written about our daughter is called Adriana. Behind the Whiskey was actually a song that my husband wrote. That was actually the first song that he and I ever kind of wrote together. Again, mostly him. I had a little bit of input, but the song that was about our daughter is called Adriana.
Okay, I read that wrong. I'm seeing it now. Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's okay.
I love
no
that
problem.
too. Didn't Fleetwood Mac do a song like that too? Adriana or something?
I know she did a song called Sarah and Rhiannon, but I don't
Rhiannon,
know.
that was it, Rhiannon.
Yeah. Yep.
I used to listen to a lot of that too back in the day. That was my first, and I'm showing my age here. My first 8-track tapes were Fleetwood Mac, Rumors, and Steve Miller Band, Book of Dreams.
Oh yeah, anybody that knows me knows that my two idols are Dolly and Stevie, and I do a few of their songs in my set, and yeah, you can't go wrong with a little Fleetwood Mac ever.
We were at the
not much I don't know.
We were at the Wild Horse Saloon one night in Nashville, attending the Nashville Universe Awards, and Jessie Lynn, young lady that I played on the radio and interviewed several times, real talent. She goes, "Yeah, as soon as this program's almost over, I'm going across the street to the Bridgestone to see Stevie Nicks in concert." And I thought, well,
nice.
Yeah, I would leave here too to go see that. So,
right?
Yep. So that was awesome. But yeah, it's always fun meeting you guys and hanging out, and especially doing these radio interviews. I felt like I've known you for a long, long time, and we're good friends. Your husband and me talk all the time through social media. So I love you guys, and we love having you on the program every time. Love your new song too. This is your girl anthem song called "The Hell I Won't." How did this one come about?
So this one, I had written. Most of this one had kind of come from some ideas over the last few years. Kind of something either didn't work in my favor, or somebody would tell me I wasn't good enough, or I'd never make it, or it was just kind of that, like, I'll show you. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm pretty sassy. So if you tell me I can't do something, I'm gonna do it. So when I moved here, I actually got hooked up with Craig Wilson and Mary Cutter, two phenomenal songwriters and performers. Mary Cutter's a great performer as well. But I kind of pitched him a couple of ideas, and I said, I have this song that's my anthem. It's basically like, the hell I won't. Like, I'm going to do it my way. I've never really fit into the box. I've never really fit into the mold. When you move to the music city, people are like, oh, well, this is how it works. This is how it goes. And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think so. I've always kind of done things my way. So that was kind of my song of just, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it, and just, believe in your, and honestly, it was an anthem to myself at times, when you've been doing it as long as I have, and you just feel like, is it ever going to happen? Am I ever going to make it? It's one of those songs that you just don't give up. So
right.
It came together very quickly. So I was pretty pleased at how fast,
and you probably knew this going in, moving from Idaho. You guys were in the military, and you moved around probably a lot. But when you move from Idaho and go to Nashville, and they call Nashville a 10-year town, and like you said, you don't have to be dared to do something. You'll do it, but you're going to try to make it regardless, and you want to do it right now and get out there in front of the people. And that's what you're doing with this song. I saw it was the banner that I grabbed that he sent me was from a performance that you've already got to sing this song in some live venues already. So that is awesome.
Yeah, I think when we play it, we've only been playing it for a few months. I actually debuted it when we came back to Idaho in September. We did 4 shows on our tour back in Idaho, and but then when we got back here and we were playing it live, a couple of rounds of playing it at this one place, the crowd was actually singing it back to me, and That was wild. I did not know how to. My guitar player, Drew, he's like, "There's no crying in rock and roll." He always keeps me humble. But it was cool to see that people connected to it and they liked it and they were singing it at the top of their lungs. So that was pretty awesome.
I've mentioned that on almost every interview that I've done. Is when they're singing your original songs, and especially in the smaller venues when they're right there in front of the stage and they know every word to your songs already, that's got to make you feel good.
Oh, it does. It does. It makes you feel like a rock star.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you are, in our opinion, man, and you sure are rocking the country music world with your music, so keep doing your thing. Yeah, absolutely. And man, every time your husband sends me something new, I listen to the whole song, but like I've told many times, I know in 30 seconds or not if it's going to go on the radio, and you haven't had one I've ever rejected, so that's good stuff.
Well, that makes me. I really appreciate that. That's very kind. So
that's right.
Thank you.
You keep my recycle bin empty, and I like that.
I like hearing that too.
Yeah, I don't have to buy more storage space there. So let's play the song from Dusty Lee Houston. It is called "The Hell I Won't," her latest single on KICR Indie Country Radio's Triple Play Thursday.
Trade that whiskey for red wine. I'm too gone to drop the F-bomb, and I misbehave but walk the line. Mind your manners, meet those standards, all those do's and don'ts. Hell, I won't go home, yeah, watch me prove you wrong. Do it on my own, won't leave enough alone. Like kerosene, all the things you said to me. Fuel my fire, I'll go higher, leave you in the smoke. Hell, I won't. Tattoo on the back of my neck says respect, so I don't forget where I'm from, what I'm made of, where I'm headed next. The hell I won't go home, yeah, watch me prove you wrong. Do it on my own, won't leave enough alone. Like kerosene, all the things you said to me. Fuel my fire, I'll go higher, leave you in the smoke. Hell, I won't. These scars and broken hearts made me who I am. I've lived through the darkest parts, now I know I can. The hell I won't go home, yeah, watch me prove you wrong. Do it on my own, won't leave enough alone. Like kerosene, all the things you said to me. Fuel my fire, I'll go higher, leave you in the smoke. Hell, I won't. Oh, the hell I won't. Hell, I won't.
That is the latest single from Dusty Lee Houston. It is called "The Hell I Won't," and man, you absolutely nailed that one. And if somebody says, "Hey, you're not going to play that song on the radio, are you?" and I'll say, "The hell I won't."
That's right.
I
That's
guarantee
pretty
I'll
much
play.
my response to just about everything these days.
Yeah, absolutely. That was an easy title to come up with. You were known for a while as Dusty Lee and the Claim Jumpers, and tell us now, you still have a full band, or guys in that band still playing with you in Nashville, or you got something new going on there?
So that the Claim Jumpers were when we were in Idaho, and when we left Idaho, we kind of started fresh. We, asking, well, here's the thing. When we were in North Carolina, the very first time we had a band, we were Dusty Lee and Whiskey Creek, and we were all military members, and then we had all, retired and kind of, we moved back to Idaho, blah, blah, blah. Well, when we got to Idaho, about 6 months in, I kind of wanted to put a band back together, and I contacted my bass player and my original drummer and basically begged them to move to Idaho. For months, I begged them, and they did. And so they moved to Idaho, and then we found a guitar player, and we became Dusty Lee and the Claim Jumpers. Claim Jumpers meaning Idaho's known for like gold mining and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So it was kind of like an homage to Idaho. But and then when we decided to kind of move to Tennessee, you know, we told the band, and of course I can't expect them to just pick up their lives and keep moving and follow me around the country, you know. So they are actually playing with other bands there in Idaho. They're still playing, but with other bands. And when we got to Tennessee, Wade had been putting in the work, I mean, about a year before we even, maybe not quite that long, but about that long before we had moved over here, just to kind of get a feel for the music scene and bands and stuff. So when we actually got here, we had met up with some people. Drew Plowman, he's my backup vocals and my acoustic guitar player. He was the first one that we met. And so all of the members here are local, either from here or surrounding areas. And I mean, I really hit the jackpot with
you
the guys.
did. And that was a loaded
one gal.
That was a loaded question, because I've been seeing you welcoming these new band members on social media. So I just wanted to just tell that story. And yeah, it sounds like you got it going on. You not only claim jumped, you jumped in with both feet when you went to Nashville, and you're awesome. You're doing good, man.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. It's a lot of hard work.
Isn't it? And I just told that to the previous artists, you know, and all the interviews that I do. You guys are entrepreneurs, you're website designers, you're graphic artists, you're promotion people, you're managers, and, you know, and these young kids, they call their moms momagers, you know. I'm used to that term. First time I heard it, I didn't know what it was. I had to ask them, what's a momager? She's my manager and my mom.
I wish I had one of those.
Yeah. So
I have a husbandager.
Yeah. And he does a great job at it. You know, he hits me up all the time, and he helps keep me straight with what's going on in the world of country music. And, you know, he has some festival experience. He's put those together when you guys were in Idaho, and I've seen that on the website and everything, and kind of looked at that. And we still want to do that in Branson, but I don't have any experience in that, and I'm not a booking person by any means. But I have the other day finally contacted a theater in Branson, because I know what's here, and I know what needs to be here in the world of country music. They love it here. I say this town's probably number 2 to Nashville in country music and the history that it has. And they need to hear voices like yours, man. You'd blow them away on a big stage like that in front of 800 or 1,000 people. And so we need to try to get you guys here, and that's what we're aggressively working on. And with Wade's help and your help and a bunch of others, you know, we will definitely get that done.
For sure. I'm looking forward to it. That'd be great.
Oh, yeah. And there's nothing better than getting to meet new country music fans. And that's what I get to meet every week that I do this. You know, I hit up an artist, maybe find them on YouTube or something like that, but their whole fan base starts coming to your social media, and names that I don't know, and requesting their music in an email or in our chat room and stuff. And that's really awesome to me, man. There's just so much love for the independent artist out there, and it's a big community, but it's small at the same time, isn't it?
And it is, and I mean, that's huge for independent artists, that having that platform to, you know, people that play our music, and that just, it says a lot for how it affects us, how it affects our visibility, and how we get fans. And, you know, it's not just the touring, and, you know, there's just a lot that goes into it. So it's something that we're always forever grateful for.
Well, you keep killing it, man, because you guys are tearing it up, and I'm wanting to see you in a live performance too. That's why I want to bring you to Branson. So if I can have just if I can have just a small part in that, I will buy the ticket. You know, they're going to give us some probably because we're in radio, but I will actually pay to come see you guys. And I've done that many times. When the artists come here, we buy the tickets too and support them just like everybody else. And I've bought some merchandise too. So they always have places where you can set up merch tables. So bring your merchandise and your CDs and the whole 9 yards when you do come. So we'd love to see you. Tell us about song number 2 called Angry right now, real quick.
Yeah, that just came out. I released that in the fall. It's a song that was written by John Kennedy, and it was just a real sappy ballad. Again, I'm prone to singing those ballads, something that makes you feel something like you want to drive off a cliff. But I heard it, and it was so pretty. And actually, the background vocals are by twin sisters that are actually on my label, and they sound like angels when they sing. I just love those guys. And I asked them if they would do the background vocals, and it just kind of pulled it all together. So I love this song.
Awesome. Well, we're going to do that one, and then we're going to surprise them, which it's probably not going to be a surprise with the third song that's going to kick off hour number 3 of the show. But I want to thank you for tonight's interview. It's been great, and don't be a stranger. Let's get together hopefully one of these days in Branson. But if you come out with something new again that you want to promote, I know Wade will hit me up, but be sure to hit us up, and we'll do another one of these. I always enjoy talking to you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Now, you do have a new and updated website, I do believe, because you're using your married name. So tell us where folks can find you on social media now.
Yeah, you can find me at DustyLeeHouston.com. Facebook, Instagram, I'm the Dusty Lee. Facebook, it's Dusty Lee Houston. I mean, I'm pretty much everywhere. As long as you put my last name in there now, I had to add my last name just because there's another Dusty Lee, and it was very confusing. So as long as you put Dusty Lee Houston, I pull right up.
There you go. Well, Houston, we do not have a problem listening to your music. You are fantastic, and keep doing your thing, and tell Wade hello, and we will definitely be seeing you on the radio and hopefully in a live show here in Branson real soon.
I appreciate it, Tim. Thank you so much.
You bet. Let's play Angry right now from Dusty Lee Houston on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a Triple Play Thursday.
I don't wanna hear it, 'cause I've heard enough. You sold one night for the price of our love. Hope she was worth it, 'cause you burned our love down. To hell with forgiveness, I'm so angry right now. Angry right now that I was a fool, and that I kissed the lips of a liar like you. Confused by these tears falling down to the ground. I hate that I miss you, I'm so angry right now. We had a future, we had a past, and you answered questions I never thought I would ask. What's done is done now, you're gonna find out just how much you hurt me. I'm so angry right now. Angry right now that I was a fool, and that I kissed the lips of a liar like you. Confused by these tears falling down to the ground. I hate that I miss you, I'm so angry right now. Angry right now that I was a fool, and that I kissed the lips of a liar like you. Confused by these tears falling down to the ground. I hate that I miss you, I'm so angry right now.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
We said goodbye.
name is Dusty Lee Houston, and I'll tell you what, we just had a great radio interview. We wrapped it up. If you're just now tuning in and you heard 99 Halos and you're going, who is that young lady? Well, that is Dusty Lee Houston. So you'll be able to go back in a little less than an hour and hear the whole program over again, and we hope you do. Replay it over and over and over. It'll be available on our website, KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. Welcome to the third hour of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We're doing Triple Play Thursday. That means every artist on the program gets played 3 times in a row. That's why you're hearing so much great music from one artist or one band. But we are also giving away some tickets to the Nashville Roadhouse at the Branson Star Theater. So if anybody locally in the Branson area is going to be here this Saturday night, hit me up for free tickets right now in our live chat room, or you can go to the theater. Go ahead and head on over there Saturday night. The show starts at 8 p.m. Central Time, and tell them KICR Indie Country Radio or Tim Kelly sent you. They've got 8 free tickets for you folks, so that is awesome, and we sure appreciate that as well. Let's get this next gentleman on the air to kick off hour number 3. His name is Jonathan Lynn. One of his latest singles is called She Went to Harvard. I Went to Wayland on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
She's got a PhD. I own a BAR. I drive an old pickup truck. She drives an imported car. She loves to wear her Versace. I love these old Wrangler jeans. I like burgers and fries and hot apple McPies. She loves that nouveau cuisine. She went to Harvard, and I went to Wayland. I love Willie Nelson. She loves Eddie Van Halen. She's over in Rome, yeah, but I stayed at home, 'cause the Jaguars and Titans are playing. She went to Harvard, and I went to Wayland. Her dad's a big CEO. My dad's a big SOB. I love to lay on the sofa. She'd rather lay on the beach. She spends half her day on the treadmill, but my beer gut looks just fine to me. She loves One Life to Live and American Idol. I love Boss Hogg and old General Lee. She went to Harvard, and I went to Wayland. I do love some Earl Haggard. She gets off on Van Halen.
please you. Hey, I wanna squeeze you. So come on back to me. Hey, I've been thinking what I've been missing. I've been thinking, ooh, you've been kissing. So come on back to me. Well, you looked at me and I began to melt. Well, you touched my hand and this is what I felt. Yeah, I kinda felt like living, felt like trying, felt like living, and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me. Hey, 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 I'm gonna love you. Hey, 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 I'm gonna hug you. Hey, hey, I wanna kiss you. Hey, 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 I wanna squeeze you. Hey, 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 I've been a thing. Hey, hey, what I've been a missing. Hey, I've been a thing. Hey, hey, ooh, you've been a kissing. Hey, well, you looked at me and I began to melt. Well, you touched my hand and this is what I felt. Yeah, I kinda felt like living, felt like trying, felt like living, and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me. Come on back to me. Yeah, I kinda felt like living, felt like trying, felt like living, and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me. Come on back to me. Hey, 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 hey.
That is Mr. Jonathan Lynn, and boy, what a great toe-tapping song that is. I think I lost 5 pounds. I burned some calories just dancing around and around in my chair here while that was going on. 2 minutes and 30 seconds right there is all that song was, and yeah, I did that. How about that? Well, they're asking, Donna's asking, and we'll send that out to Donna in Nashville, Tennessee, about next week's shows. I'm going to be on next Thursday and Friday, same time as this week. Triple Play Thursday and Friday will be at their normally scheduled time, 7 p.m. Central Time. We'll be live on our website, KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. How about a great ballad from Jonathan Lynn, another brand new single. It is called Lovers, Partners, and Friends on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
It's been years since we said I do. Baby, I'm still in love with you. It keeps getting better each moment we share. Every waking hour I live my life for you. And I want you to know the love I feel for you. Deep in my soul, you're my lover, my partner, you're my best friend. We'll stay this way until forever's at an end. If you should ever doubt my love for you, you better think again. We're lovers, partners, and friends. Thank God for you every day of my life. You're the answer to my prayers. I want to show you how much you changed my life. I'm proud to be your man. And I want you to know I feel for you. Deep in my soul, you're my lover, my partner, you're my best friend. We'll stay this way until forever's at an end. If you should ever doubt my love and wonder, will our love survive as we grow old? My love for you couldn't be any stronger if I lived to be 100 years old. Girl, I need you to know you're my lover, my partner, you're my best friend. We'll stay this way until forever's at an end. If you should ever doubt my love for you, you better think again. We're lovers, partners, and friends. Girl, we are lovers, partners, and friends.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it. Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
And this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
Cotton flannel on a front porch swing, leather jacket and some tight blue jeans. Don't get me started on the things I think when you're wearing nothing but them soft white sheets. Yeah. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but what drives me crazy is seeing you in a honky-tonk, the way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky-tonk. Smoke rings, glowing greens and reds, they hug your body like a long black dress. It's tailor-made for your silhouette. Nothing steals my breath like seeing you in a honky-tonk, the way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky-tonk. Sipping and swaying and singing, girl, all I'm saying is it fits you like a glove. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but I just go crazy seeing you in a honky-tonk, the way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky-tonk, the way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky-tonk. Oh, in a honky-tonk, in a honky-tonk.
Song number 2.
She looks good, I mean real good. She got that thing about her She got that glow around her. It's been folded, but every time I hold it, I just can't believe you can fit in that much. Pretty in a 3x3. She's in that red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me, standing there, bare feet on a salty shore. Her eyes shine through the faded ink. Everything about it's bittersweet. Yes, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. There's a corner ripped off. Her name's in a heart at the bottom. And there's a tear stain down the middle, where I've cried a little over that red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me, standing there, bare feet on a salty shore. Her eyes shine through the faded ink. Everything about it's bittersweet. Yes, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. She ain't in this house, this room, or this town. She ain't in this bed I'm laying in right now. No, she's in a red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me, standing there, cutting me right straight to the core. Her eyes shine through the faded ink. Everything about it's bittersweet, because she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. Yes, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. She looks good, I mean real good.
His name is Randall King, great artist from the great state of Texas. That is called In the Picture, and before that, You in a Honky Tonk. There is a great video to You in the Honky Tonk out right now. It is on our TV channel, ICTV, Indie Country Television. You gotta go check it out. And it has his girlfriend in the picture and in the video as well. Yeah, she's still in the picture. She's in the video too. Her name is Brittany Warthen, great country music artist, and we met her about 8 years ago in Nashville, and she handed me a couple of awards for radio. So we've known each other for a long, long time, and congratulations on what Randall King, her current boyfriend, has going on. He is fantastic. This next song also has a video to it on our TV channel, ICTV Indie Country Television. It is the fan favorite around here, I'll just say that. It is getting blown up in our chat room as we speak. It is called Hey Moon on KICR Indie Country Radio on a Triple Play Thursday.
Hey moon, it's me again, that guy that's always checking back in. How's she doing? I'm hoping better than I've been. Hey moon, there's someone you see that stands between her love and me, and I miss her. Damn, I miss her. Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot, and I know that's crazy, talking to a rock in the sky. Oh, but I gotta try. Hey moon,
Is she looking up from her room and thinking of us? Has she been tucked in, wondering where I've been, dreaming about seeing me again? Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot, and I know that it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky, but I gotta try. Hey moon, hey moon, if you see my little girl, would you shine your light on the world? Trust me, I know it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky, oh, but I gotta try. Yeah, yeah.
Giddy up, howdy, this is Jane from One Ugly Cowboy, and you're listening to Today's Country with Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSDenver.com. Woo! Ride with the wind.
This old cowboy's lived the blues. I've had my share of downs. Seemed the only thing I could count on was my shadow on the ground. Took my hard knock straight up, dusted off my boots, pulled my hat down on my forehead, determined not to lose. Keep believing. Sunrise, sunset, when the trail goes on and it's cold and wet. A simple twist of fate, and everything can change. I'm just one lucky break from lucky. Been living my whole life, it seems, on a waiting prayer. If nothing was worth something, I'd be a millionaire. Love keeps evading me. I spend most nights alone. When the dark bites cold and lonely, the whiskey keeps me warm. Keep believing. Sunrise, sunset, when the trail goes on and it's cold and wet. A simple twist of fate, and everything can change. I'm just one lucky break for lucky. When the dust finally settles and I look back on my life, if I didn't bet the right horse, at least I rolled the dice. Keep believing. Sunrise, sunset, when the trail
Song number 2.
Wear my skinny, skinny jeans, pop mascara on my eyes. Bryan Adams said it best, I change till I die. If I turn on the news, I turn it off fast. There's a lot of good stuff out there, but they don't cover that. I like fun, fun, fun. I like to pop my bubble gum. I march to the beat of my own inner drum. I believe that love, lollipops, and peace make this rock go real. But folks keep telling me, get real, you're nuts. The world ain't rosy lady. No, 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 no. I'm on my crazy, give it up, roll up. Get a grip, lady. No, 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 no. I'm on my crazy. Hickory dickory dock, Debbie Downers really suck. I'm a happy hippie chick. Flower power fills me up. Don't try to defend who I am or how I feel, 'cause it's my truth. But folks keep telling me, get real, you're nuts. The world ain't rosy, lady. No, 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 no. I'm on my crazy, give it up, roll up. Get a grip, lady. No, 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 no. I'm on my crazy. Get your head out of the sand, plant your feet back on the ground, read the signs, read the rules, stop acting like a clown. I hear it all the time, but it just don't faze me like water off a duck's back. I'm on my crazy. I'm on my crazy. Get real, you're nuts. The world ain't rosy, lady. No, 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 no. I'm on my crazy. Give it up, roll up. Get a grip, lady. No, 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 no. I'm on my crazy. Get real, you're nuts. The world ain't rosy, lady. No, 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 no. I'm on my crazy. Give it up, roll up. Get a grip, lady. No, 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 no. I'm on my crazy. Say, no, 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 no. I'm on my crazy.
They are our good friends Richard and Jane singing lead vocals right there from One Ugly Cowboy, Toronto, Canada. Their latest single is called I'm Owning My Own Crazy. I got a few payments left on mine, but I will get it paid for. I got it at one of them rent-to-own stores where you pay about 3 times what everything's worth, so that is crazy right there. Don't do that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just kidding with you. And then before that, one lucky break from Lucky. Well, we're lucky to know One Ugly Cowboy. Well, let's get the third one in their triple play. One of my all-time favorites called It's an Attitude on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on a triple play Thursday.
Some people got it, some people don't. They could have all their rodeo vogue got in a style amazing grace. You walk into a room and it's right in your face. Talking attitude from head to toe, seeping from your bones and erogenous zones. Don't need money or foo-foo friends. All you gotta do is lose confidence. Feel it from the inside out. Express yourself. Not their money, it ain't what you say, it ain't what you do. It's a state of mind.
ain't got the gift. You can drive a fancy car, hey, Mr. La-di-da. You can flaunt a body, don't mean zip. Saw this dude down in Malaysia, drive the beat of old July. You were turning his left and right. Think tell him mama got the ooh-la-la persona, make you shiver, make you sigh. Ain't about the bling, ain't about the loot. It's all about your inner truth. You can talk the talk, but you can't be cool. It's an attitude, it's an attitude. Big time.
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
Are you spinning in a life that keeps on telling you that you're not good enough? When you're looking in the mirror, do you see someone impossible to love? Full of fragile, broken pieces, we're all rough around the edges. We ain't perfect, no, we ain't even close. We got holes in our hearts, we've got scars we don't show. But all that baggage we keep on dragging around, ain't it time we start laying it down? Lay it down at the foot of the cross, give it to the one who can carry it all. Even at our worst, to him we ain't lost causes, just beautiful messes. Yeah. We're all Davids, we're all Marys, we've been liars, thieves, and everything between. But don't forget God used the misfits just like us to do the most amazing things. So bring your faults, your flaws, your secrets, and watch him use those broken pieces. 'Cause we ain't perfect, no, we ain't even close. We got holes in our hearts, we've got scars we don't show. But all that baggage we keep on dragging around, ain't it time we start laying it down? Lay it down at the foot of the cross, give it to the one who can carry it all. Even at our worst, to him we ain't lost causes, just beautiful messages. No matter where you are right now, let his grace come pouring down. It won't run out, it won't run out. We ain't perfect, no, we ain't even close. We got holes in our hearts, we've got scars we don't show.
can carry it all. Even at our worst, to him we ain't lost causes. No, lay it down at the foot of the cross. Give it to the one who can carry it all. Even at our worst, to him we ain't lost causes. Just beautiful messes. Beautiful messes.
Song number 2.
Bow your head, take off your hat, about to say the blessing. Treat her like a lady, better get her home by 11. Put a little back, keep a little stash for the rainy days. Keep a good name, that's the way we were raised on. Them main streets, them tractor seats, we put some country miles on. Friday nights, wide open skies, back 40, getting wild on. Sweet riding by, I saw the light in a little white church way in the back. Grew up on that. Ricky Skaggs on the vinyl, King James on the Bible, feet on the dash with the subs in the back. Grew up on that. Big dreams on a dirt road with a small town sun sinking. Barbed wire, bonfires, one red light blinking. Home team, blue jeans, let her wear your jacket. Had it so good, didn't know how good we had it on. The main streets, them tractor seats, we put some country miles on. Friday nights, wide open skies, back 40, getting wild on. Sweet riding by, I saw the light in a little white church way in the back. Grew up on that. With subs in the back. Oh, the main streets and tractor seats, we put some country miles on. Friday nights, wide open skies, back 40, getting wild on. Sweet riding by, saw the light in a little white church way in the back. Grew up on that. Ricky Skaggs on the vinyl, King James on the Bible, feet on the dash with the subs in the back.
They are a great country gospel group called Dixie Revival. I found them about a week ago on my YouTube feed and started playing their music, reached out to them, and now they're going to join us live 2 weeks from tonight on another Triple Play Thursday edition of Today's Country with Tim Kelly. We will hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time, and they will call in at about 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and they'll be my first interview 2 weeks from tonight, February the 9th. Dixie Revival. Grew up on that, and Beautiful Messes, the title track of their latest EPK. The third one in the Triple Play is a very touching song. I had to bring my wife into the studio to listen to this when I was thinking about bringing their music onto the program. And this is a great song. I Think I Just Saw Jesus is the title of it, from Dixie Revival on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Lord, if I could stop my hands from shaking, I could fill up this old coffee cup. I'd find a chair off in the corner, and maybe there they wouldn't notice me so much. But then a voice said, let me help you, son, 'cause I know where you're coming from. You're hurting, God
God knows I've been there myself. He put his wrinkled hand on mine, and in the back room of that church I cried for help. And I think I just saw Jesus. I swear I saw his face. Never thought that I'd find heaven in such an ordinary place. He wasn't walking on the water, but turning water into wine. I think I just saw Jesus in an old man's eyes. And so I told him about the broken road I'd traveled, and how I never thought I'd fall this far. I told myself that I could quit before I let the drinking tear my world apart. You know I've never been a godly man, but I said a prayer, now here I stand, and I'm never gonna make it on my own. That night I found a friend, and I saw a light in him that led me home. Saw Jesus, I swear I saw his face. Never thought that I'd find heaven in such an ordinary place. He wasn't walking on the water, or turning water into wine. I think I just saw Jesus in an old man's eyes. And in a funny way, well, I guess you'd say he did the same for me. And I think I just saw Jesus. I swear I saw his face. Never thought that I'd find heaven in such an ordinary place. He wasn't walking on the water, or turning water into wine. I think I just saw Jesus in an old man's eyes. Well, I think I just saw Jesus in an old man's eyes.
You're listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Every time I slow roll my truck down Main, I can't help but realize just how much has changed. There's a ghost on every corner waving back at me, standing in the shadows of what used to be. Seems like everything I love about this place gets boarded up. I don't want to see that day they tear down my hometown, Pieces of my glory days scattered out on the ground. It seems like every day it gets a little more rundown. I'm tired of talking about getting out, so I'm packing up and leaving here now. I don't want to see that day they tear down my hometown. There's a movie marquee hanging above a t-shirt shop, and broken stained glass in the church parking lot. Shut the lights off at the ballpark for the last time. Seeing my boy play there someday was a dream of mine. But I'm pulling up my roots, something I thought I'd never do. I don't want to see that day they tear down my hometown. Pieces of my glory days scattered out on the ground. It seems like every day it gets a little more rundown. I'm tired of talking about getting out, so I'm packing up and leaving here now. I don't want to see that day they tear down my hometown. Yeah, it hurts too much. I'd rather just remember it the way it was. No, I don't want to see that day they tear down my hometown. Pieces of my glory days scattered out on the ground. It seems like every day it gets a little more rundown. I'm tired of talking about getting out, so I'm packing up and leaving here now. No, I don't want to see that day they tear down my hometown. They tear down my hometown.
Song number 2.
One less bar in this town I go drinking. One less beach to watch that red sun sinking. One less number in my phone. One less way to get back home. One less church to go to pray. If less is more is what they say, then I got one more, almost got it right. One more string of sleepless nights. One more tell myself it's gonna be okay. One more, man, what could have been? One more, why this had to end? One more empty bottle in this world, 'cause of one less girl. One less favorite song that I'll be playing. One less I love you that I'll be saying. One less pair of blue-green eyes. One less car parked in my drive. One less dance out in the rain. If less is more is what they say, then I got one more, almost got it right. One more string of sleepless nights. One more tell myself it's gonna be okay. One more, man, what could have been? One more, why this had to end? One more empty bottle in this world, 'cause of one less girl that I still want myself it's gonna be okay, okay. One more man, what could have been. One more life is at the end. One more empty bottle in this world, 'cause of one less girl. One less girl.
His name is J.D. Shelburne. That is called One Less Girl, and before that, a great tune called Hometown. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Triple Play Thursday from my hometown, Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. I want to thank my special guest, Will Carter from the Will Carter Band from the great state of Texas, and Dusty Lee Houston from Nashville, Tennessee, for joining me on the program tonight. I will be back next time on another Triple Play Thursday edition of Today's Country with Tim Kelly and New Music Friday next week. So be sure to tune into those shows, and you can check out our full live interview schedule at the bottom of the homepage of KICR IndieCountryRadio.com. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. So like us there on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio, and I'll leave you with that song on J.D. Shelburne. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in